Welcome to the NCAA Volleyball Selection Special. We have the bracket right here.
I think for me personally, not playing last year, this season is more than I ever could have, I guess, dreamed of. And so it's been seriously so amazing and so great. And we're excited to make a run in the tournament, deep in the tournament.
The number 3 seed is Purdue.
Top 15 in the country in hitting efficiency, and they have the setter and the arms to make a deep run.
And they only returned 1 starter this season. They're still going to make their 11th straight NCAA tournament appearance, their 27th overall.
The draw is very fair. I don't think that you get an easy draw anymore. When we first got here just a few years ago, if you were hosting, you had just a great chance of winning those 2 matches and moving on, it seemed like. Now it's hard. I'm really proud of this team. This is kind of now a new start. We want to build off of what we've done and the progress we've made. But one of the benefits of playing in the NCAA tournament is you get more opportunities to get better. Okay? Could be as many as 3 weeks that you have to be back in the gym and growing as a team and growing as individuals that will help us, down the road. Please spread the word that this team's going to be ready to play, and we need people in that gym. And we thank you for what you guys have already done. It's been a storybook season, but we got a couple chapters still to write here. Okay.
After the selection show, we all met in the video room, just kind of talk through things, practice times, and there's a flip from hosting a home game to it being an NCAA tournament. It's not the same thing as what a normal home game, even though you're playing in the same gym. So making sure we understand all those rules that kind of go with playing an NCAA tournament.
We found out what our draw was, and we saw Wright State was going to be up first, and most likely Baylor if we could beat Wright State. But we meet in our team room. It's a time for us to get everybody refocused about where we are and what kind of things are important, and making sure they're getting ahead of things academically and they're organized, because you can't be thinking about other things when we're trying to get ready to play in the NCAA tournament.
We were very fortunate to host, which is great. We've hosted a lot of matches here. However many we've hosted here, probably like 1 million, I don't know. But so that was great. That's always a huge relief for me, because we know what we're going to be. And I think that's a huge stress relief for our players as well, because they get to sleep in their own beds. We get a normal routine, because NCAA tournament is very different to how a lot of universities run their day-to-day, practices or their day-to-day game day routines. So we were very fortunate to have that be as routine as possible by hosting those first 2 rounds.
Thankfully, we got to play our first games at home here in Holloway, so that was an advantage for us. And then obviously going into those games, we prepared as much as we could.
So immediately as a staff, we get on Wright State, we download, Ben has done a great job, downloaded a bunch of film. We start putting the scouts together and getting ready. So that following day we go in, and our film is usually structured on Monday. We start going and we'll go through our defense and how we want to block and defend. Tuesday we'll go through our offense and servers, and then just kind of refreshers throughout the week.
And more than anything else is you guys just understanding that a home court advantage means a lot, but it means nothing if you don't come ready to play. But it means a lot when you can play on your home floor in front of your home fans against a team that really doesn't have any business beating you unless you're not locked in. If you're locked in and you're ready to go, then we're going to win the match. We'll absolutely win the match. We've had good practices this week, even though I've been critical of you a little bit. It's because I want you to get higher and get better, play at the highest level. You can't sleep on anybody at any point in time in this tournament. Number one, think about how many teams wish they could have just done what we just did. Hey! lot of athletes out there in this country would love to be able to do what we just did here, okay? The second thing I'm going to tell you, which probably doesn't go along with that, is we haven't done anything yet.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, that's what we expect to do.
Taylor and I and Julia, we always just make these crazy ideas of things we want to do for a game. A lot of them never come about to anything, but some of them are more realistic, and the barrettes was one of them.
So back in August during preseason, like, I don't know what came over me, but I was like, I just want to wear like I just want to have crazy hair, even though like I just do like a braid or a bun. I was like, I want to have some fun accessories. So I went on Amazon and I bought these, like, it was like 150 pack of like these colored barrettes, Funtopia on Amazon, and they were just so fun to put in. And then as the season went on, I would start doing like themes, and it was just so much fun. And I think it was just like something lighthearted. And then like people on Instagram were like DMing us like, where'd you get the barrettes? And we're like, Funtopia on Amazon. So it was just like a little fun thing to like lift the spirits during the season.
Another thing was, one of our crazy ideas is we wanted to do like a gold eyeliner and like eyelashes and like a gold lip, but we ended up just doing the gold eyeliner for first round of the tournament.
I remember our first game, we all had this little gold eyeliner and we were drawing all over our faces. And some of our teammates were mad because they wanted us to take it serious because, you know, it's the NCAA tournament. But I couldn't help but just feel so, like, blessed and excited, and I wanted to show how grateful I was to finally be in that space and show how happy I was. So I had a little heart right here, I think. It was on one of the sides, and we were just drawing all on each other's faces, and that was like the best part of finally being able to be a part of the tournament.
And then we get a chance now to go play Baylor on the very next night. We've had some success against Baylor, but the last time we played them was at their place in the Sweet 16, and they beat us. They thumped us, and we had a pretty good team. So we know Baylor will come here to play. They'll be well coached, and they've got great athletes. It's going to be a collective effort. We've played well together all year. We've understood what we needed to do to win. I think we know right now what we need to do to win. It's all about the team that goes out has the attitude that nobody's going to beat them, wins. And I thought it was kind of a toss-up. I thought playing at home maybe gave us an advantage, but I thought it was going to be really, really tough. At the end of the day, we came out and played a really good match. We jumped all over Baylor early. I thought got the edge on them with how we came out of the gate and played, but they bounced back, they fought back. I'm telling you, these guys have won enough in their history. They're not going to go away, okay? We have to beat them.
I think we came out fast and we came out really aggressive. I thought that they made some adjustments that it took us a while to kind of catch up with those adjustments. That's why they came out in the third. I mean, they came out in the third like a new team, right? I think they knew, like, obviously I have to win this set. I think we served them really tough in set 4 and just got them out of system. So then, you know, you get teams out of system, they become pretty predictable. So I thought that we did a really good job of that.
What an absolute battle that we just went through. I'm so proud that we hung in there, and that we're going to Pittsburgh.
Not done yet!
Family, 1, 2, 3! You know, we persevered and beat a top 20 Baylor team to advance into the Sweet 16. And again, this was a team that we didn't know if it was going to make the NCAA tournament when this whole thing started. And now we're going to the Sweet 16.
After winning that game and then knowing, gosh, we're going to, who would have thought, right? Who would have thought we would be going to the Sweet 16 again. So, I mean, I was just so excited for our team, but I was so excited for our staff because we had put in so much work starting from, you put in work anyway, but the amount of work that we had to put in just to work the portal a little bit in December, and then how much work that both our staff and our team put in during the spring and the summer. It just kind of like, it was a great little cherry on top.
So I did realize, as time was going on, there were so many times Cash was coming out at the end of sets or at the end of matches to make a difference and put the match away. So either when the scores were tied, if it was a really around 15 points and on, she would come in clutch a lot. As Dave would call her, clutch Cash.
I feel like she just put in so much work, and you kind of saw those glimpses during the season. But I mean, you lose, your career is over. And I think for her, she wasn't quite ready for it to, be over. But yeah, it's just really great to see her just kind of evolve and kind of step up and just have a performance like that.
So this season, she scored the go-ahead point to give Purdue set point 12 times, 3 of which came on blocks. And on 11 occasions, she tied the match in the final stretch of the set. She delivered the set-winning play 12 times, including set 2 against Wright State in the NCAA first round, set 5 against Minnesota for the match-winning point, set 2 against Illinois, set 2 at USC, set 2 against SMU, and that one was on the block assist, set 3 against Georgia Tech.
She would always pull through in the end. We called her Clutch Cash just because she would get the kills and do the things that we needed her to do in those tight situations when we needed it the most. And it honestly was just so impressive, and I'm so glad that I was able to be the other outside with her.
Akasha is maybe some people would think she's more intense, kind of wired the same way that I am. But I think we related a lot on that level because we were both super competitive. Me and Cash would definitely get going sometimes, and it was awesome. And I loved, having her around, and just it was just I think we had a special bond on the court because we knew that we were wired very similarly, and not everyone was wired like us. So we knew that we could relate on that level. But if it ever got out of hand, we had some girls who could bring us back down to earth.
Well, after beating Baylor, we get an opportunity to go to Pittsburgh and play SMU. SMU was a team we had beaten earlier in the season. Not a lot of people were aware of it because there was no TV coverage, there was no streaming coverage of it. It was like it never even happened, okay? But we knew it happened.
We had always been lower in the rankings than them, and I just remember people seeing comments and TikToks and social media posts about how the Pitt SMU game is going to be so good. And we were all talking just that SMU has to play Purdue first. We just were so confused where that had come from. Almost there was going to be no chance of us beating SMU. And obviously we had already beaten them early on in the season, but I don't think a lot of people knew that or realized it just because it hadn't been streamed, so it wasn't brought to light that we had played them before and beat them pretty handedly. So obviously I think that lit a fire under us.
We played really well and beat them pretty handedly, and when you play someone again the second time, it could go one way or the other. Obviously SMU's a great team, and so I remember being a little bit nervous about that. But also I was no, we beat them before, and everything outside of our program was basically blowing by our game versus SMU, and just being SMU's gonna play Pitt the next round, and just basically again just being disrespectful and overlooking us as a team after we had just had a fantastic year. So that was annoying, and I know that fired the girls up and us as coaches up as well, but we knew that we could beat them.
I mean, we see everything that people have to say, which I think it's a good thing. For some people it might be a bad thing, but I enjoy seeing those things. Are you kidding me? People are already saying this, but also we knew that first game wasn't televised, and it was so long ago. I think a lot of people had forgotten that we had played them, and I don't know, I just think people get really mesmerized with these big names that they forget who Purdue is and what we had done all seasons. But I think that it was a perfect storm for us to be in. Like, to be the lower seed, to know that we've already beat them, to have everyone, you know, saying SMU is going to win, like that's how I want to go into a game. Like, I think that's awesome, being like an underdog.
I still think people were doing us a little dirty in the sense that it's like we beat SMU earlier on this year in 4, but they were still ranked higher than us, and I think that rubbed a lot of us the wrong way. It's like that logic doesn't really seem to be there. So people, again, kind of use that as fuel of playing with that chip on the shoulder, like people still aren't really giving us the credit that we deserve. The hardest thing in sports is beating a team a second time that you just beat. So there was always kind of that in the back of your mind of what kind of changes that they were going to make, because they've seen us before, and they were going to come out pretty fired up.
We have to execute our plan. We have to be tougher than them. We have to be more together than them. And if you do those 3 things, I promise you'll win a match. Understand, just adapt to the game. Be the team that adapts and adjusts better than anybody else. And don't let anybody out to beat you.
Playing that first set against SMU, it was just like, as a coach, there was just a wave of like, you start off and you're really locked in. It got further away from us, the score. I think it was like 9-2 or something. You get a little upset. It's like, hey, we got to play better. The gap got even wider, and it almost kind of became comical.
Set 1 is just, wow. The first serve of the game, I drilled the ball into like the middle of the net, like the lower half of the net. And it's something I can laugh about now. Like, me and Dave have joked about it multiple times. But I was just like, are you serious? Like, I felt pretty bad about that. And then it was just like, nothing was going right in that first set. I don't know what it was, but nothing was going right. But I remember saying after that first set that, like, there's literally nothing we could do. Like, I think we can all laugh about it. We can all forget what just happened. Like, we know that wasn't us. It really doesn't mean anything anymore.
We know that that was the first set and it's not the end of the world, but at the same time, let's not sit here and pretend that we didn't just get sucker punched in the face, okay? So it doesn't matter that first set or how we started. If we show up now, we have to respond, right? So scrap that first game and act like we just got punched in the face and fight back. Let's go!
Just came out, we were a lot better, we played cleaner, and we started playing our brand and kind of locked in. And we knew, like, throughout the match that we were always in control.
You have to be better prepared than your opponent when you play in the NCAA tournament. That's what I can guarantee you. If you're not more prepared for them, then you're going to get beat. But we knew that this was going to be a huge opportunity for us to show America what Purdue was all about. And we just played a great match. I think Kenna was great, Grace was great, Cash Anderson was good, George Charles was fired up blocking balls. We have to be tougher than they are. We have to outfight them. We have to. That's the only chance that we've got, okay? But this is about fighting. We did not fight the first game. I don't know what the heck happened, okay? I'll take all the credit for it. I didn't have you ready to go. I did not have you guys ready to go. We're ready now. Bianca doesn't know what pressure is, okay? She's as loose as they come. And so I knew she'd go out and she would be fine, no matter what match she was in. Well, she goes out and she starts blocking balls and she starts getting kills. And I don't know what her numbers were at the end of the match, but she was a huge difference maker in us winning that match against SMU. On each other, keep fighting. This is a long way from over, guys. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a street fight.
During that match, I was like, oh my God, we're going to win. We are going to win. And I don't know what came about. I just think it was just like the stress, like all the hard work, and it just came to a head. And I am not a crier. I just became like filled with emotion. And then John just saw me and just like gave me a hug. But I was just like, I cannot believe what we won. And then just all the hard work and just all the stuff that people are saying. And it was just kind of a big, I can't really say what I would like to say on film, but it was just like, haha, like, we did this type of situation. So.
It was almost as if it was a dream. I mean, it was like I was in disbelief that we found a way to beat this talented team out of Dallas, Texas, with all these great players that had come back from other schools to go back to Dallas and be part of this great athletic team. And here was this team that had gotten throttled by the portal. And throttled by the portal, but loved by the portal at the same time. And we made this thing work. And now all of a sudden we're going to the Elite Eight to play Pittsburgh in their gym. But at that point in time, it was just like disbelief that we had done, that this team had done what they had just accomplished. Because we're Purdue, okay, we just keep fighting. We keep fighting. We're going to get ready. I want you to enjoy it, okay? Enjoy a great win, but let's understand that we didn't come here. We're going to come here to beat people, right?
Yep. We're not dead.
We're beating people because we ain't dead.
We're
not dead, that's for sure. Family, 1, 2, 3. Now, I've been in these situations a few times, and it really has very little to do with what we say right now. It has a lot to do with what we've done since last year at this time. And when you think about that, there's been a lot of stuff that we've done since that time. And as I've said before, the 8 people that came back from that team a year ago that went to the Sweet 16 and were young and learning things, but did a great job and had a great season. And you built this foundation that we're on right now. One of the most unique teams that America's ever seen in the sport of volleyball. And you have a chance to show that tonight. Okay, it's a unique team of caring, skilled, dedicated athletes playing against the National Player of the Year. Well, you're playing Pitt at Pitt. You know that's not going to be easy. They don't lose very often at home, and they're feeling pretty good about who they are.
We all knew we had a chance to win and we could win. But yeah, it was different. There's been times where we've lost. I never want to lose, but I actually felt okay with that loss, which is kind of weird to say as a coach, because how do you feel okay with a loss?
We were sad and disappointed to lose, but I don't think any of us could have looked at the girls and been like, you could have played harder, you could have done this better. Of course, points here or there didn't go our way, but I mean, those girls left everything out on that court and played really well.
I had no qualms about the way we played against them. You're playing Pitt at Pitt. They had a great team, and I'd like to play them again with that team with maybe a little bit more time in between, but at the end of the day, the season was over, and I think our team felt really good about what we had done that year.
This year was just special because of the people who were a part of it. I think that's where the tears kind of came from everybody. 7th in the Big Ten to playing for a spot in the Final Four, and finishing 3rd in the Big Ten. Like, again, a lot of people thought we were going to be here, and our players never really listened to it, but they played with that knowledge.
I was just so proud of them and all the work that they had done. It really, I was mad, yes, but it was definitely a different vibe from sometimes in the past when we have lost, and I was just so proud of them.
We were thankful for what we accomplished, thankful for the opportunity to embrace new people into our program, to learn so many different things that we learned during the course of the season, find out you can compete a lot of different ways and be successful.
We love each other. What a special year. Never in a million years would we thought we'd be in this spot, and here we are because of the people that stepped up, the people you did it with, and the coaches and the staff that you did it with, and it's something that you're always going to remember. I mean, we made history of how far Purdue's been to Elite Eight before, but you'll remember this one more because of the people you did it with.
What Dave said was really fantastic. He said, you guys can be sad about this loss, whatever, you left it all out there, but you guys have changed college volleyball, and you did something that no one in the country thought that you could do. With the transfer portal and the chaos that happened when those girls left the year before, people didn't believe in Purdue and didn't think that they were going to be able to, go to the Elite Eight and have a season like this after, something so, crazy happening. Being able to pick up 5 new girls and all of them come in and have an impact, a huge impact, and take us to the Elite Eight is just unheard of. And so, you know, the vibe and the talk around our team from outside sources all year was that Purdue wasn't going to be able to do it. Purdue was down. They lost two of the best players in the country, and on and on and on. To be able to turn around and show the whole country that, no, you know what? We can rebuild a team, and we did.
So Kat won Assistant Coach of the Year, and I was super excited and super proud of her because I love Kat so much. She's like the best person ever.
Dun, dun, dun. I had no idea, because for that award you have to be nominated and you can't nominate yourself, right? And then we were at the staff Christmas party and I got the email and I was like, what is going on? I was like, who got paid off to vote for me? No, I was just shocked. I mean, I still just can't believe it. Like, it's just so cool.
She's so deserving of it. She works so hard in so many different areas of the program that a lot of people don't even like see. But obviously, like, it all comes to fruition. Like, she's just such a big part of that, and she's such a huge part of the success of this program, and especially this year too.
I think it's amazing that she's stayed here for 23 years. I don't know a lot of people that would stay being like an assistant coach at a school for that long when she could have had an opportunity to coach a lot of places. Like, she's an amazing coach. I didn't really even know that was an award, and when I saw she got it, I was like, of course Kat would get that award. She's amazing.
If any of you guys could sit next to her during a game, you would understand why she got that award. Like, she's the best, and we love Kat passing. When I do defense, I'm with her all the time, and you know, I'm a defensive middle now, so thanks, Kat, for all that practice and all that work.
I feel like that award not only like speaks on her, but also just speaks on the whole program, because the coaching staff, like, they work as like one unit. So it was like all of their hard work was like recognized too. So it was super cool, and I was really proud of her for winning that.
I mean, to be here for so long, and I know I put in a lot of hard work, but I feel like it's like I feel like that is like a staff award, just because of, you know, December and the season that we had. So I'm just grateful. It was cool. It was cool.
My 3 words to sum up our season is fun, rewarding, and special.
3 words to describe the season for me would be a special story. I think that I use the word special so many times through press conferences and just throughout the season, because that's exactly how this season felt for me. And then I use story just because I think that this is a time in my life and a story that I'm going to tell my future family and friends and kids about this time, and I'm going to tell it as a story, and I think it is one that I will never forget, and I'm going to be so proud of.
Love, acceptance, and fun.
To sum up the last year in 3 words, I'm going to say ray of sunshine.
I would say grateful, rejuvenating, and loving.
Experience of a lifetime.
Special, loving, caring. And those would be my 3 words, and you know, I feel like the obvious ones would be competitive and hardworking, but those are things that this team just naturally brings. It's the intangibles that this group brought to the practice court and to the games that separated them, and it was those 3 things. If we don't have those 3 things for this team, I don't know if we have the results.
3 words to describe this season are happiness, competitive, and friendship.
The Revenge Tour.
Devoted, caring, maybe loving, not caring, and I don't know, I just love this team. I just love this team so much. Devoted, loving, spiritual. That's what I'll say.